Trump's UFO files are horrifying. Let's run it.
Human souls being harvested by aliens sounds absolutely stupid, but stay with me. So did cloud seeding, DEW space lasers, and UFOs, and all of those have been confirmed with a similar slow drip of information. As today, the US government declassified these unknown flying objects on Earth. But also, during the moon landing, there were multiple alien sightings. And 4 years before that, NASA knew we weren't alone.
Say again, 7?
Okay, we have several, looks like 3 up here, actual sighting. It looks like hundreds of little
They're not just stars.
particles going by from west out about 3 to 4 miles.
There's an awful lot to unpack here, but the most important aspect is, if you look close enough, they're basically confirming the authenticity of Bob Lazar's stories, which makes his claims back in the 90s actually quite terrifying. As this is no hoax, but President Trump finally releasing the UFO footage.
We're going to be releasing this.
I don't trust that they released it. It's like, what are they covering up? I don't know, because I feel like anytime they drop some shit like this, it's always to cover up something that's currently going on.
As much as we can in the near future. Pilots, very solid people, and they said they saw things that you wouldn't believe. So,
with over 30 minutes of clips of nearly 6 decades of encounters. But the more important sightings are of these jellyfish-like flying craft, the thermal scans of wind turbines having ships that defy our physics, and probably most shockingly, the large star shapes shooting through our sky. Now, most of the footage just shows those tic-tac aircraft that so-called conspiracy theorists have been discussing for years, and now, seemingly nonchalantly, our own government is confirming, yeah, we've known about this for a while, but we still can't explain any of it. Which makes me think it's either a distraction from everything else going on, or...
No, it has to be, because why? Why now? People have been talking about aliens forever.
prepping/testing everybody for the next tranche of information that may be a bit more distressing. As those photos from the moon are all low-res and up to interpretation. But we just went to the moon with brand new 4K footage. So what exactly are they about to show us, and how could it change everything we know about our reality? As seemingly...
What if there's aliens on the moon? See, if aliens are real, where would the aliens be?
Everybody in office with top secret information alludes to complete transparency on aliens would cause society to, quote, become unglued. As first, President Obama basically admitted there's aliens.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51.
Then President Trump wished he didn't speak up.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to
I wonder how much they know compared to what they're declassified, though.
Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know,
So aliens are real.
well, I don't know if they're real.
You think every single president that's ever gone in office, the first question they ask is, because they get their top secret clearance, and then they'll ask, what's the deal with the aliens?
Or not, I can tell you, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. Well, he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information.
As the original release is just about unidentified flying objects in our skies, which could be our own classified drone technology, foreign spies, or even AI imagery. But Obama said aliens, and if that was a lie, then what is he sharing that's classified? Meaning they're definitely hiding something else. As on the Joe Rogan podcast, members of Congress have constantly confirmed we are not alone.
Like, what kind of evidence have you seen?
I have seen photos. I have seen...
What have you seen?
Yeah, but how much of it is just like, I don't know, because people are like, bro, I saw a fucking UFO, I saw aliens. Probably half of them are on acid. B, the other half, like, it could just be like military aircrafts or some shit.
Photos up.
Or stars, or airplanes.
So I was in a skiff, and I can't discuss all that was in a skiff, but what I can tell you is based on the photos that I've seen, I'm very confident that there's things out there that have not been created by mankind. But I was actually able to ask some of the witnesses, you know, what are these things? And they keep saying interdimensional.
And just 36 minutes after the UFO files were released,
I don't know, I'm just skeptical of everything and everyone. I don't trust any of it.
Representative Luna randomly posted a biblically accurate angel, which is in line with Congresswoman Green saying similar things.
And I believe those could be fallen angels.
All these things could be
fallen angels.
Yeah, fallen
The
angels.
aliens are fallen angels.
That's possible. I think that's what they could be. That's what makes sense in my world.
Like biblically, fallen angels. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I don't know. No one knows anything. It's like even if you see one of these things, how do you talk to them? Like, does the government have aliens secretly that they're like using for research purposes? Is there any way they can communicate? Like, I feel like they would just talk like telepathically or some shit.
Now, I'm not gonna get into confirmation bias, especially since they've seen things that we haven't yet or may never see, but what I'm leaning more into believing is something buried deep between the lines, as Congressman Burchett's interviews may shed where to actually look.
I mean, this thing's been covered up at least since 1947, and I just don't think they don't give up that easy.
They are considering disclosure, and that there have been visits.
But I feel like if they came out and said, like, we have aliens, they, like, fell from the sky or some shit, and we have them, and we've been using them for research for however many years, and we have a way to communicate with them, I don't think they would ever release that.
Of these super intelligent beings from somewhere else.
People will probably want to start raiding, like, military bases and shit, like what they did with, like, Area 51.
Else that we have retrieved crashed vehicles and that we have biological remains.
That's correct.
And we are talking about disclosing, and every one of them said the negatives far outweigh the positives in terms of the impact on government, the impact on the economy, religion, all the...
Yeah, religion, heavy. It would fuck up what everyone thinks about, honestly, everything. But yeah, religion, government, the economy, like everything. If they came out and released what they fully know, everything would be fucked. Everything would collapse.
All these different factors and how it would disrupt society. And in the end, they decided not to disclose.
Yeah. Allegedly, when they told Jimmy Carter, he cried.
That's what I heard too.
It was...
Cried? What the fuck did they say to him to make that dude cry?
I'm going to all of it, but I was in a meeting.
What would make him cry?
I don't know.
Which is this common theme.
Overwhelming emotions of like your whole life kind of assuming there's something else besides human and what you know on Earth life is like. And then you finally like get that like that true confirmation, and you're like, oh fuck. Maybe aliens had plans to like destroy Earth. I don't fucking know. I don't like what could make them cry that could be that bad. Like just everything just being overwhelming.
Claiming they know more than us. That scares them, but there's still something else they're hiding. As Rogan brings up Bob Lazar.
The Bob Lazar episode of this
I don't think I watched that one.
Of this podcast is the most viewed episode that I've ever had on YouTube.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's just talking about how he used to work at S4, Area 51, Site 4, where he was
Oh, wait, I think I saw clips of that dude, actually.
Back engineering UFOs.
Right. You got to figure he's the one that escaped from all of it and is still alive. And somehow he got out and was able to do it.
What do you mean he's the only one that escaped and is still alive? What?
Before they could silence him.
He went public because he was afraid they were going to kill him. You know, because the initial one, he gave a fake name and he was a silhouette and he told his story, but then his home got broken into, his car was getting broken into, he got shot at on the highway. It got real weird, and so he said, look, I've got to go public. Like, it might be the only way to protect myself, and he told the whole story.
And align that...
Wouldn't that be the way to not protect yourself? I'm confused.
With Burchett's other statement.
Because I've been briefed by just about every alphabet agency there is. And I'll just tell you this, if they would release the things that I've seen, you would stay up, you'd be up at night worrying about or thinking about this stuff.
Yeah, is there like, would there be like, are they worried that there's like a threat to mankind? Is that why the president was crying?
We just need to disclose it all. As I was briefed last week on an issue 2 weeks ago, and it would have set the earth on this country would have come unglued, I think, if they would have heard all that I heard.
So UFOs are real. With footage.
Is a big part of it for religious reasons? Or would it be so bad to where people would have no trust in the government? Like, I'm like, what? Honestly, now this has got me thinking.
Of physics that grants Bob Lazar's stories more credibility, and our congressmen are saying, should me and you know the truth, society would become unglued. And what exactly would do that? Maybe what Lazar shared back in the 90s.
There is an extremely classified document dealing with religion, and it's about that thick. Period. But why would there be any classified material dealing with religion?
Related to aliens?
It's so far out.
All right, your objection has been noted.
Okay.
What does it say?
That we're containers.
We're containers?
How supposedly the aliens look at us. That we are nothing but containers.
Containers of?
Containers. Maybe containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want. But we're
containers with souls.
Containers. And that's how we're mentioned in the documents.
So how do they know what the aliens think? Would aliens speak the language that we do? How would there be communication between aliens and the government? Because I'm only assuming, if this is all true, there's a conversation between an alien and someone high up in someone in the government, where an alien said they look at humans as containers with souls, I guess.
Religion was specifically created, so we have some rules and regulations for the sole purpose of not damaging the containers.
Are you talking on a basis of morale? Because if you look at any religion across the board, it's generally the same moral principle. Don't cheat, don't lie, don't murder, don't steal, the whole thing, right? And that creates that general morality for humans across the board, even humans that aren't religious. And that's just ingrained into you from when you're a young kid. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For me, I believe there is a high possibility that there's life outside of Earth. I just do not trust the government and why they are decided to release all of this now. I think they're hiding something else, and I don't think we're ever going to find out the full truth about anything with UFOs or aliens or anything like that. Anyways, if you like, subscribe, leave a comment, do the thing. Bye.
Got these voices in my head,